What is up, all of you Regs and Shinies? It is Jackson from the 1313 podcast here, and I am very happy to bring you the Imperial Armored Commando figure from Season 3 of The Mandalorian, just because I did not think I was going to get this one anytime soon. Similar to Thrawn, distribution has kind of been a little bit whack on the island, so I was thankfully able to get it because of the Hawaii Collectors Facebook group. If you are not a member, please consider joining yourself. Very awesome people. But picked him up at GameStop, super happy about it. It's just another cool trooper type, so why the heck would you not buy one to begin with? But before this begins, I was just going to show off the box for it. New Black Series square packaging, can't beat that as well. It's the portrait of the trooper. It is number 42 in the line of the Mandalorian. It's crazy to think we have 42 different Mandalorian line action figures. And I'm not going to lie, a bulk of them probably are Din Djarins and Grogus. But let me get the box out of here for just a quick second to show off the figure itself. I'm going to do a little bit of a close-up so you can get a better look at the detail on it. But I really love all of the little pieces that went into this. Similar to if you just saw my review on Grand Admiral Thrawn, there is a lot of nice button work here with the colors and accessories here, and the paint overall just looks really nice. I think Hasbro's been doing it very well recently with some of these figures. We're just eating better with this. What can I really say? But I'm gonna set him back down here. Now he does come with two different blaster types. Comes with his longer range rifle, if that would focus for me. If that would focus for me. There we go. So it does come with this, and then he also does have a blaster pistol. Now, kind of right off the rip too, if I do have to give one of my biggest critiques for this, is that he holds the blaster pistol very well in his hand. It doesn't move around, it fits naturally, but when you go to put the blaster rifle in his hand, it really wobbles around, like it does not fit that well. Seems his hand was more sculpted for this, just because if I can take that off. The pistol grip section on here is a little bit fatter than the grip section on the rifle. So I think it's just that little bit of a difference that makes it not sit in his hand super easily, but it isn't the end of the world. Let me also throw the pistol in here. He has a nice little side holster that it slips right into, and you can button it up just like that. If I can do it on the camera without looking, perfect. Yeah, buttons up just like that. Similar to the other new Stormtrooper molds, he does not have a head under this helmet, which allows the helmet size to be a little bit more realistic, but it also allows for a lot of mobility. He also does have a neck joint there. And if you did see as well, his knee pads are attached to his knees and not on the shins right here, as we have historically seen with a lot of our clone trooper figures, how the knees are not on the knees as they should be. But I really want to just take these next few moments of your time just to kind of throw them into some action poses so you can get an idea for yourself on what this figure will really look like standing on your shelf. Can't go wrong with a plain Jane pose like this, where he's just standing with his weapons and just looking stoic and awesome. Now, another classic pose to put any army builder in is some sort of an action sequence where they might be looking down the sights of their weapons to fire. Now, this also kind of does a little bit coincide with another one of my critiques. Just because of the way his top design is here, it's a little bit of a harder plastic, so he can't move his arms up too well. And I'm going to take this arm off of the blaster here, but this is what I meant by the blaster is a little bit loose. So this is when I'm trying to put it in his hand. Okay, yeah, so it's sitting in his hand now with the thumb in the grip. Well, with his thumb in the trigger guard, I should say. And, okay, you know what? This entire time that I wanted to pose it to show off how I would do this and the blaster would like literally like pop out of his hand and fall. So maybe that honestly just negated my previous critiques. So let's get back into different ways that you can pose this, because clearly he can hold his blaster well. He just can't put it up to shoulder well at all, just because of the way that he's designed. But that isn't the end of the world at all. Gotta do some sort of one-legged pose. Wouldn't be a 1313 review without it. I will admit, though, it was a little bit more difficult to get him in a one-legged this time, just because of the weight of his jetpack. Kind of adds a little bit more weight on the back, so that's why he has to be hunched forward just a little bit more to kind of compensate for that extra weight. And last but not least, did just want to show him off just holding both of his weapons at once. Now, if you are an avid Black Series collector, I would absolutely recommend going on Hasbro Pulse if you can and picking up any of those flight stands that they have. Now, if you aren't familiar, it's kind of like a clear iridescent stand, and it has like almost like a crab grip like this, and you can like put it around their waist and like make like an action figure like fly, it looks like, just because this character has a jetpack. So that would really make it look a lot better in your display if it was maybe doing some sort of cool action pose like that. Heck, you could even get a few of these in a couple of the Mandalorian Shriek-Hawk action figures too, and do like some sort of like flying at each other like battle on Mandalore. Ooh, that would actually look really cool, considering we are getting a Moff Gideon in his Mandalorian armor action figure as well very soon. That would look perfect on any Black Series display. But thank you so much for watching today, everybody. If you made it to the end of the video, we appreciate that. Every single watch and comment means the world to us. If you ended up picking up this figure for yourself, let us know down below in the comments. Or if you're still waiting on it, let us know about that too in the comments as well. I know these figures had an estimated date of arriving in about January of next year, so I can imagine they're going to probably start to trickle into communities all the way until the end of this year and Christmas too. But make sure you get this figure for yourself. Honestly, it's a really, really cool army builder if you love Imperials, if you love Mandalorians, if you just love cool looking jetpack action figures. You gotta get this. You can't go wrong at all with it. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, everyone. Mahalo and goodbye.